Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And today we're actually starting at night, which I usually try to avoid doing because some things kind of look terrible at night. But my submarine is looking pretty awesome at night. We did finish it on the live stream after the previous episode, and it's looking pretty amazing. I don't want to fly out there because I think it's raining. Yes, it is raining, so let's get some sleep and let's look at how it looks during the day because it is pretty great. Actually, I would say that it looks better without shaders than with shaders, but now recently I've just started every episode with shaders. Ooh, this is very foggy. Oh, it actually looks pretty good with shaders and fog as well. But yeah, it is completely finished now. We removed all the walls that have been covering it. We flooded it during the live stream, and that was a quite interesting process. But yeah, this is how it looks during the day without shaders. It has some periscopes, antennas, stuff like that. I moved the beacon so that it's in the middle of the... I still keep forgetting what it's called, but it's the bridge or whatever it is. The middle bit of the submarine that sticks out of the water. And we also finished the propellers. Maybe I am sometimes crazy, but like I said in the previous episode, I did listen to quite a few lectures about these submarines. And one of them was from an American submarine commander, which, well, he used to hunt these things. And he said that there were mistakes made when they were teaching their sonar operators about these submarines, because they said that the propellers were supposed to have 5 blades, but in reality they had 7, and that makes a different sound, apparently. We can't do 7 in Minecraft, but we could do 8. And I would have wanted these propellers to actually be copper. Right now they're red sandstone, but copper doesn't have stairs. So I made the shaft out of copper, and I want it to oxidize. That one has started a little bit. This one has not started. But yeah, it is finished. It is perfectly working. I actually did adjust the missile base because in the beginning I placed them kind of correctly, the way they were supposed. So I measured how long it was supposed to be from this bit and all the way to this bit. But unfortunately, there was sometimes 2 blocks between the missile base, and sometimes it was 3 blocks, and it kind of looked weird. So I compressed them a little bit. But now we're having a problem. Can you hear it? Can you hear our problem? The mob switch is below us, but yeah, we have no way of getting in here at all. And I definitely don't want to punch out blocks up here, because then the blocks will fall down on the mob switch, and yeah, that will cause trouble. And I mean, punching blocks in this thing is not nice. This is a nice build, and I don't want to ruin it all the time. So during the stream, people had some suggestions, and someone said that I just should put in something. I see, and there is a problem here now, because you know that situation when someone is suggesting something and you have no idea what they're talking about, and you just nod your head and say, yeah, that's a very good idea, just politely, just to make them go away. And they told me something, I don't know, it was just in chat, so I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's D.O.O.R? 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 I've no idea what it is. Anybody knows what a D.O.O.R is? Because I never heard of it, and I don't know where to put it and how. Do I have a door? I don't know. Like, do I have one here inside my base somewhere? I don't think I do. I don't know. Maybe we have one here. Let's see. I'm just gonna check now. Like, do we have one here? I don't think we do. Or maybe over here. In here, maybe? Do D.O.O.R in here? No, I don't think. How would that even? What am I? I don't even know what I'm looking for. It's very strange. What could it? Maybe out here somewhere. No, I don't think so. I have no idea what the D.O.O.R is about. So I've been thinking, and I've been trying to figure out. Maybe it's an acronym, something. The Department of Obscure Research. Oh, well, the Department of Obscure means hidden, right? And the submarine would be definitely obscure normally. This one isn't obscured. It's very visible, and I like it. But so maybe that's what it stands for. How about Database of Odorous Rats? No, that doesn't make sense at all. District Organization of Observing Rabbits, but we are not near a desert. There are no rabbits here. I have rabbits in the pumpkin words, but not there. I have no idea what the D.O.O.R is. D.O.O.R. Let's do some research. Do we have a D.O.O.R here? I don't think we do. Or maybe I have a D.O.O.R right here somewhere. I don't know. Let's go in and look. It's quite possible that I have it hidden somewhere here, but I still don't know what it could be. In here, maybe? D.O.O.R? 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 No, there is no D.O.O.R here either. I have no idea. Maybe it just stands for Dark Oak on Rocks. So here's some rocks. Let's try that. Maybe that's how we're gonna solve the entrance to my submarine. I don't know how that would work, but I'm not particularly technical. There we go. Is this a D.O.O.R? Dark Oak on Rocks? Maybe it stands for something else. But does it maybe stand for Deeply Obfuscated Oracle Reveal? Well, this is my oracle, and I did reveal it, but I just revealed it in a time-lapse. Is there a D.O.O.R here? Somehow? I don't know. Let's look inside. No, there is nothing in here. It's just some lights. So we don't seem to have a D.O.O.R here either. It's all strange. Maybe it's just me not understanding standard redstone contraptions. So maybe it's something as simple as, well, a dispenser, observer, and then observer rocket. Maybe it just stands for Doom Obliteration occurs rarely. And we did have our Doom Obliteration here, but this doesn't sound like a good idea. I don't want to Doom Obliterate my submarine. I like it. I don't want to destroy it. Well, in fact, I did like the minecart that used to be here as well, but it was built to be Doom Obliterated. But no, we're not gonna Doom Obliterate our submarine, even if that would occur rarely. Maybe it was just a commentary about me never decorating enough. So, dandelion, orchid, rose. Well, I think all those are pretty good ideas, but I don't think that solves my problem of how I can access the mob switch. We need to like go down into the ship somehow. So like we need to descend into the ship. But I mean, if I make an opening, well, that will kind of ruin the shape of it. So we need some kind of descending opening. It needs to sometimes disappear and sometimes appear, and that means that it needs to be operated by redstone. Descending opening operated by redstone. Maybe just something like this. I spent much more time researching words for that stupid joke than designing my descending opening that is operated by redstone. It's actually, to be fair, it is my first redstone door, and it's not too awful. The only thing I don't like about it is that the pistons are visible, so it doesn't hide itself very well. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty okay. I like that it goes in a sequence. I don't like doors that just everything opens at the same time in a nanoseconds. You want to be able to see that something is happening. And I also kind of don't like this. I wanted to be able to just fly in after I opened my descending opening operated by redstone. Yeah, these blocks are actually functional. We are powering them with observers. I can't really show it. Can I free cam this and show what's going on? Yeah, these observers are powering these blocks because these blocks are powering these pistons to pull the blocks back or to push the blocks out again. So, yeah, I don't know if I actually want to hide it. It's a pretty mechanism. It looks nice. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. And actually, let's just have a peek at this mechanism, because I actually think it turned out pretty neat, especially for my pretty much first door. I don't think I've ever designed... Well, I designed simple 2x2 doors, but that doesn't really count. This one is pretty neat. So it works like this. This is Blackstone on the submarine, of course, but this is the first version. This is not the final version, but it's easier to explain what's going on this one, and then we can get into that one, which is a slightly more final version. So, what's happening is when it is... Let's have the door closed. What's happening, or I shouldn't be saying door. I should be saying descending opening operated by redstone. Yes. So this I'm gonna say door. We're in creative, so let's not pretend that things are different here. What's happening is that first we push this sticky piston out. Then after a while we power it through the floor. It pulls the block down, and then we pull both this piston and the block. So it's gonna end up like this, and then these two sticky pistons extend and pull the both blocks back. That's basically how it's supposed to work. And the timing is done. First we power this rail. And that rail is observed by this observer, which powers this note block. Yes, it has to be note block. We're going to get to that in a second. And that gives the first signal to this line of observers that get observed by these observers, and then they power these sticky pistons. And these sticky pistons through quasi-connectivity through this block. But at the same time, this rail also gets observed by this chain of observer, and goes to this rail and another observer here, which powers the note block again. So 8 ticks after we've sent the first signal through this chain of observers, we send another signal. So first we push the sticky pistons out, and then 8 ticks later, the second pulse that goes through these observers pulls them back, and the block that this sticky pistons pull down. And that block gets pulled down by this observer being observed by this observer, and it goes to this row of observers, and then these observers here, which power the floor that the sticky pistons will be on. So it's gonna get powered through the signal coming in like this, then this observer and this block. And this is something I don't know how to solve. I would really like to not have this floor here, but I just can't figure out, or maybe there could be something here, but something that I can fall through, but I just can't find it. I don't know if it's possible to power these sticky pistons when they're out here without having blocks under them. Unless I move the blocks in, but then the complexity just gets worse. And we can look at this in slow motion. So let's get our tick rate to very, very, very slow. And I can't move in this because I have smooth client animations in Carpet. But okay, let's click it. Now we're running 10 times slower than we should. Yeah, it is actually looking good. And yeah, that's how it works. Nothing complicated. Nothing super fancy. It's not a door that someone who is into door technology would publish, but hey, it's my first door. I like it. But you can now notice that there is a little bit of a problem here. I can't really walk down here. I can't, like... I could probably leave these blocks in, and that's actually what we're doing in the final door, but what do we do about the blocks in here? That's a little bit of a problem. And that actually was the hardest part of getting this right. So for the blocks in here, as you can see, I changed those sticky pistons into normal pistons. I can't not have pistons here because they are updating the pistons below because they're being powered by quasi-connectivity. So I have to have something there. It could be a note block, but I'm just having pistons because why not? And so that's how we have the first step that we can step down on. And now we're coming to this thing here. And this thing here is a massive, massive pain. And I will show you here, because it would be this block here, right? This block would need to be pushed up. I will just take a sticky piston. I will put it like this. Let's add an observer so we can power this rail. See what happens to that piston. Let's remove it. Add a sticky piston here again. Yeah, it gets powered through quasi-connectivity. Same thing would happen if I just placed it like this and it was pointing up. It's just havoc. There is so much quasi-connectivity going on in this area. I really can't place any pistons here. So this needs to be a double piston extender. And this has probably been invented. But okay, the first version that I invented here for this double piston extender was something like this. I actually like it. Quite neat mechanism. Problem is that this piston pushing the block in, once again, there is no space to put it. It would be here, still being powered through quasi-connectivity through this thing. So I can't have it there. And slime, nothing works, basically. I tried. There is no way to push in this block of redstone there. So I have an equivalent mechanism, slightly different, but like a mechanism that I can actually fit under there, which does something like this. And this works. So the floor block would be here, I think. Yes. And this would be the resting position of the machine. So like it is right now, the sticky piston below here is extended. And then if we look at it in slow motion, what happens very early in the process is that we pull these blocks back. We run the whole cycle of pushing the floor. Well, we are replacing the floor now, closing the door, and after a short while, we extend these blocks again. So they're always extended when the machine is not running. We just pull them back for a short while so we have some space for our sticky pistons. I like it. Like it's a neat mechanism, my first door, but I'm oddly proud of it. I just wanted to show you this. Like, I'm probably not going to be publishing a guide for this because I don't think there is a point. Maybe there is a point. Maybe the door community is much bigger than the farm community and I keep only publishing farms and maybe it's doors where popularity is. I don't know. But, yeah, it's neat. I like it. Ask me on Discord and I might give you a blueprint if you want to play around with it. And there is one more thing that we need to do with the submarine just to make it perfect. And we need to go here. Oh yeah, we need to make a sign. It's been a while. I haven't been making signs here for quite some time. Like this thing here was, I don't even know how many months ago, but it was a while. And yeah, first I need to remember how this thing worked. First, I need to start this machine, right? Yes. So this is the magical text eraser, because there is a text here, and we definitely don't want that text on our sign. We're gonna have a different text. I'll be picking up that later. The stuff in the middle we have to delete with just water. And it's really been a while since I did this, so I might make a stupid mistake, but I need to keep the triangle of the sign, because all the signs have the exact same triangle. It's not a huge deal if I kind of delete it. Someday I might actually change this from carpets down to wool, so it's flat, because all my signs have this little edge just below them, because of the way Minecraft is making maps. So, actually, maybe that's something we should do today. I do have a lot of black wool in my base. Yeah, let's try doing that, because that will prettify things quite a bit, I think. But first, we just need to clean up this mess. So, you can probably see on the map, can I look at it closer? I don't think I can look at it closer, but you can see on the map at the bottom edge there, there is a little bit of a weird shadow around the black, and I was thinking that if I remove this, just do a couple of them so we can just see how it changes in these exact pixels. Yeah, and that removes the edge. So yeah, that's definitely something I should do. I should replace all these carpets that I have here with just wool blocks underneath. And then at least the sign is gonna look good. I'm not gonna do it for the text, of course, because that would mean that I would have to replace the entire wool floor every time I do a sign, and that's too much work. But at least the sign, the permanent sign here, I can fix it. So let's do that. And let's see what this looks like. Yeah, it's much better. As you can see there in the bottom right corner that when I'm moving in, because it hasn't updated these bits, yeah. So we don't have the ugly shadow around the warning triangle. We're still gonna have shadows around the carpet. So if I just place some carpets right here, right? This should, yeah, this still has the shadow. And there is not much I can do about it other than actually designing my maps in 3 dimensions, but that's so much effort and for not a huge improvement. So we're gonna keep it like this. All right, let's make the sign that we need to make today. And yeah, it turned out pretty good. So one last sign here. Let's just see how this looks. I already looked at it at night and it looked awesome. The little bits of glow you get from the glowing out item frame is perfect. And yeah, no. I did not misspell radioactivity. Thanks a lot for watching. And have a nice, well, descending opening operated by redstone. Bye.